This is another episode of the Unrealistic Box Podcast, and today we have with us Samantha Cousins.
Hello, beautiful people.
I am Laura Griffiths, one of your hosts,
And Kimberly Allen.
and today we're going to be talking and vibing as usual, and I want you to enjoy as well. We are going to start off simple. Sammy Bami,
Yes, ma'am.
tell us about you. Give us a little rundown about Sam.
Okay. My name is Samantha Cousins. I am a teacher by profession, but I can do other things.
Right.
I'm an early childhood teacher.
Yes.
But currently I'm working with
Where was study?
Charlotte Teachers College, where growth and enlightenment is the key, right? But yeah, I'm working with an autistic child right now, which is new for me because my degree is just for regular students, regular children.
Oh,
So it's not special ed, no. So this is a new path for me. It's very, very interesting, and it has developed the love that I have for children a little more. Like I'm obsessed now.
Normal word. Fact. So you like it, right?
Of course.
Is it something that you saw yourself doing?
No, actually, because I've never worked with a child with a disability before, and it was the thing in the back of my head was like, I don't think I'll do a good job at it naturally because I don't know what they're trying to say.
Right.
For the ones who cannot verbalize it at least, and I believe that I would have made a mistake and the child would have gotten hurt, and I would just go into this depression because how could I have a little child who get hurt, But doing it, starting off with him and then seeing all the growth and the trust that he has put into working with me is just unbelievable, really.
Yeah.
Every day is a new day, literally.
It's a new day. That's right. No, yeah, I like that.
So you said you're a teacher by profession, but you can do other things. Like what?
I was working with a company in the marketing department where I really was doing office-like things, administrative kind of things. I'm actually good at motivational speaking.
Okay.
I didn't think it would have been my thing because a lot of persons, well, if you don't know me at least, you think I'm super shy and I'm always in a shell, right? But once you get to actually know me and talk to me and stuff like that, you get to see that, she's actually pretty good at doing this.
Yeah.
I do modeling part-time.
Okay, girl.
Yes, girl.
Yes, girl.
I try to do. I try to be out there with myself, as people would say. But
What got you into modeling?
I've always liked doing it from a child.
Always had the body, Lord.
Yes, thank you, Jesus.
Yes.
But from when I was a child, it was one of my options: teacher, model, or a counselor. And I was just, being pushed into other directions. You're not gonna be good at teaching because you're too shy. You're not gonna be good at modeling because you don't like to be in front of people all the time. You can't be a counselor because you don't like talking to people, and it's just a lot of demotivating things being said, and people are just harsh.
How has that impacted the path that you took in life? The feedback that people gave you, the no, you can't do this. How did that impact you?
It didn't really. From my own standpoint, I was always a self-gratificating kind of person.
Okay.
I knew how to motivate myself, and I don't know, maybe how I grew up kind of molded me to be dependent on myself.
Nice.
Because the environment, it wasn't one that said, oh yeah, I can go over there, and no, it's stay inside, because if you go outside, you're going to get hurt. I mean, everybody knows how Jamaica, set up. The environment makes you stay inside for sure.
Yeah.
So me growing up like that, I learned to depend on myself.
Yeah.
To enjoy my own company, to enjoy the fact that if I do something, I can praise myself. I don't wait on somebody to praise me.
No validation.
Yes,
That's it.
That's important.
a lot of persons that I've met and stuff like that, they'll come and they say, "Oh, you're doing the degree in teaching. Oh, I never think you could have do that still.
Mercy. Right.
You sure you're true? So this is one of it true." And at one point, I felt like it got to me. You know, the everybody being so negative, and I was like rethinking it. Maybe I shouldn't. You know, maybe I really shouldn't just look at something simpler. You know, and it so happened that my first job was a teaching assistant. And when I didn't apply for a teacher's assistant, it was just a job placement company that I went to, and they sent me to a school. So I was like, ain't no way this is a mistake. Ain't no way. And that's where I just said, all right, stop allowing people to doubt you and then doubt yourself. Because I didn't depend on that before. So coming into my purpose and then moving off a little bit into modeling, it's still a bit of counseling, because then I get to interact with persons who don't value themselves, whose self-esteem is really low.
Interesting. You think it's the opposite?
No. So they're trying to do this, modeling to put them body out there, and because, and I say to them, the younger ones at least, because if you're old enough, I think if you're old enough, if you want to seek help, then I'm there, but I'm not gonna push myself onto you. But the younger ones, under 18, for me, really, the under 18 ones, I'll take the time out to try and squeeze myself into the situation to say, hey, how you feeling? You know, you don't have to do swimsuit modeling if you don't want to. It's fine. There's nothing wrong with wearing clothes if you're modeling. Like, I've had persons message me about doing shoots with them, and when I check on their page, that's all I'm seeing, some tape and some string up, and I'm like, that's fine. That's fine.
So you're okay with turning down certain opportunities when it doesn't align
with what I want, and with who I see myself being. I'm not saying that if I want to put on the strings and stuff, that's for my house.
Right.
That's where I'm home. I'm not gonna allow somebody, because if you come to me and say, all right, I want to do a shoot with you, and I say, all right, what is it about? What do you want to do? What's the theme? Whatever. And he said, all right, I want to do a shoot by the river, swimsuit, whatever. Kimberly can come to me and say she want to do a shoot by the river, and I'm going to say no. Why would I say no to Kim? Because I've done it with you already, and that's what most persons pry on. And they'll use that opportunity to see the crevices and the corners of the body. Sorry.
Not for your eyes, sir.
If you catch me on the beach during my personal time, that's fine. But I'm not gonna do that on a shoot, because I don't think persons realize how easy it is for you to be vulnerable when you're doing a shoot. I don't go on any shoot that I've done or will do. I'll never go by myself. Because when you're doing a shoot, your mind is completely focused on the photographer. You're not gonna stop to look at the environment.
Right, that makes sense.
So I'm not going by myself, because I don't know if your intentions are pure. I know I just want to take the pictures, get my money, go about my business.
Right.
But you can say, remember, I had this girl who do a shoot, my offer one drink and two my head tipsy. I mean, you don't want to be saying that everybody's like that, because you have genuine persons, but you do have to look out for yourself.
Absolutely.
What is a common misconception about the modeling industry?
That you make a lot of money fast. That's a very big mistake. It's not, because before I started doing anything that I got paid for, my first 4, 5, 6 shoot was for free. It was just to put me out there. I've done
that's coming from another podcast that we did with another gentleman, Miguel. He was saying that he started out doing free art for persons just to get his name out there. You have to be willing to,
and it gets annoying at times, because you have to do your own hair, you have to do your own makeup, and you know me, I do not know squat about makeup. So you know, for me, I will call somebody, hey girl, you can do my makeup for me, please. And I have a friend, Trishana McDonald. She is a sweetheart. Anytime I'm doing a shoot, she says, Sam, just tell me in advance, and if I can, I will do it for you. And no matter what, some hours, like I went to Trish's house at 5 o'clock in the morning. She was 5 o'clock. Trish, my sweetheart, baby girl.
She has a handle?
Of course, she has 3 handles.
Let's get into it real quick.
Let me just find it for you. She has 3 pages. She has a makeup page, which is Trish Makeup. She has one for decor. Let me just.
Oh, she does decor too.
Yes, and she does hair. So she's yeah, she's
that's nice.
She's out there for all of them. But if you go on my page, you'll see any of my
your Instagram handle.
My Instagram handle is Jada Lily.
Alright, spell it out for the people.
Oh, let me just extract. Let me just make sure that I'm not lying on myself. It is really Jada Lily. It's JADALILLI. So it's Jada Lily. And any photo that I've done, I'm tagging persons in it.
Okay, so
because
photo, dress, makeup,
everything. That's once it's not from my closet and I can directly remember that this is where I got it, I'm tagging you. Because that's how you push other people's business.
Right.
Yeah. So Trish is in all of my photos. I've tagged her in multiple things. I've actually done a birthday shoot with her before, where she did the makeup, she did my hair, she did the photos.
We're gonna need some of those photos for the photos, right? Because you guys are underestimating this queen. She's so beautiful. She really models well. She really models well. The facial structure,
Listen,
natural. God gave her that. All right. What about you has felt repeatedly misunderstood by others?
I think something that people think about me in general is that I'm a mean person.
Really?
Yes. The resting bee face.
Oh yeah, your face. You and Kill face are terrible.
I always have a straight face, and it's really, I think, maybe from childhood and then a few experiences that I've had coming into high school and going to college. Naturally, people will think that when you're relaxed, oh, this is a person I can approach. And the conversation that comes with the approach is just a waste of time. If people come to me and be like, hey, what's up, you okay? And I just saw you, thought we could have a conversation, that's fine. You're gonna come up to me because my face is relaxed.
Are you?
No, my face is relaxed, right? So you're gonna, you're gonna come up to me browning, see I'm a mechanic number.
Right.
Even when I'm not, I'll dismiss you really quickly because I don't like idle conversations because it leads to disrespect.
You have to set it up because funny enough, you have to teach these men, you have to teach people how to treat your boys.
Younger women coming up that you know,
this is not, that is true.
Set a standard from your young.
That is true. Setting all of that from a younger age falls directly in the home, and that falls directly with your self-esteem. If me as a parent I'm gonna tell you, say, you can't come out to nothing, you can't do this, but you go sit down in one office and go work in one supermarket. How are you telling me to set my standards high? Because I believe in myself. I can be an accountant, I can be a lawyer, I can be a doctor, but you're gonna tell me to go work in a supermarket.
Right. Yeah.
Then be a damn girl and never talk to me.
I think for that statement it's twofold. One, you can succumb to what they say, and next way you can say, oh no, I'm going to prove her wrong.
You understand? You have to have a very
strong will. Yes, some people do have it. Keep life over your children. You get me? You tell them positive things, you're going to read positive.
But can I tell you how hard that is? If I come to you and I say, you know, I think you're doing a really good job, what's the first thing you do?
Smile.
You downgrade it. You think so? How many things say? I'm a face in
not me. Never laugh and say tongues. You would have said
why do you laugh? The fact that you're laughing,
as a compliment. No.
Okay.
I laugh for everything. I smile because I take it as a compliment to say thank you. Somebody gives me a compliment, and I don't say, why you give me a compliment?
Yeah, but that's the thing.
Yeah.
That's the thing about even if you're stepping outside of your parents, we're adults now. Let's forget because we have.
Can learn.
Listen, there are so much childhood traumas that I've learned about in my adult years that I didn't even know these things were affecting me. And in my adult years, I've learned that. So I have to be constantly trying all the time to remember that, listen, this happened. Don't let this trigger you because this happened. Know that you're aware of it.
Right.
Do something about it. But I've learned, and I do this with guys a lot. I compliment guys a lot. I love complimenting people. Like genuinely telling you, hey, you have a beautiful smile, like your skin is just glowing. And I say it to, I had a coworker that when I said this are all something, I'm gonna say no, thank you. Yeah, I would just correct him like, and I'm not doing it in a malicious kind of way. It's because sometimes you get used to your friends. Yeah, you get used to your friends. So you say, you look nice to the man. I would just say to him, you can say thanks. That's all you need to say. Thank you. Because you need to accept within yourself that I do look good today. You put yourself together, you go in front of your mirror, you give yourself the pep talk.
Morning time doing eyebrows. Of course.
Listen.
Girl, you never have to go and sew the eyebrows.
Wow. Every day.
When me I go out, girl, you never have to look so good.
Okay, this is
I'm gonna tell you.
Do we have like a list of things that we say, or do we just
No.
Just authentically go in front of the mirror.
Here's the thing: if you cannot see within yourself something that you like each day, go with one thing. If me, no matter what kind of day I'm having, when me smile, girl, my smile is 100. So if I'm having a bad day, I'll go on my pictures in my phone and to make me smile.
You know what? Does it? That's true. That's absolutely true.
Here's the thing that I have learned to do, because even though I was fine motivating myself and giving myself pep talks and whatever, the slightest thing could get me down nonetheless. So I would know that, hey, I have a beautiful smile, but my day is, I feel so annoyed at my day and whatever. And somebody said to me, get a book, write down 5 things that you like about today, 5 things that you appreciate about today. And that was the hardest thing for me to do.
Wow.
5 things, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 little fingers.
I could try that.
It was so hard for me to write down 5 things that went well for me in the day, because I was just so focused on all the bad things that happened. Rainfall, and the shoes get muddy, and the work is just so irritating.
I can listen to negative nonsense.
Easily. But to take the time and write down 5 things that you appreciate about each day changes your mindset. And when you can, what I do, when I can go over 5, I write more than the 5. And it's simply starting with, I'm not hungry, I have a roof over my head, I have clothes, I have clean water, I have a bathroom, I have a job.
There we go.
So like simple things like those people take for granted, because when you sit and you think about, even here in Jamaica, you have homeless people. You're not even homeless people, you have people who go to bed without food. And we get up every day, walk in and out of the fridge. And then I said, no food in the fridge, but we have some tin mackerel, we have some bully bean. We have some sardine, we have something in there we can go look after, but we're lazy. We're lazy to go and do it. So we don't see the small things that we can appreciate every day. Clean water is like a very simple thing.
Yeah.
But clean water is...
It's because it's accessible to us. It's not a struggle to get
really
water. You understand? So those things people kind of, then I really...
It's by the way.
Yeah,
by the way. But as soon as, let's say for example, you lose your job. Hey! And the water will get cut off.
Hello? You better
and JPS will cut off your lights. I can say JPS on this thing.
What are the only light company?
Them will cut off the light. That's when they start appreciating the fact. Make hurricane come here, go use a candle. Cause guess what? I don't know how to work a candle.
Not a candle. Home sweet home lamp. Man,
man.
Yeah.
And the easiest thing in an open space. Because at any point in time, if you kick over, for example, in the open space, there's not much that's gonna get damaged in that area. They leave it, don't leave it on a bookshelf. Do not put it on. I've seen that. Do not put a candle on a bookshelf. That makes me nervous.
Fire 101, people. Fire 101.
How easy is it for you to find the good in your day? Like to pick out the positive elements?
No.
Or how long have you been practicing?
Yeah, or
That I maybe 2-3 years now. But now it's not so bad for me. It's not so hard, I should say. I still do have a book that I do. I don't always get to do it. So what I do with the book that I have, I write the dates at the top of it, and then I begin listing. And I always, no matter how, if I write 50 things, at the beginning of the 50 things is I am grateful for.
nice.
No matter how much time I have to write, I am grateful for, I'm gonna write it. I'm grateful for waking up. I'm grateful for having a job. I'm grateful for having shoes and stuff like that. I'm gonna always remember to say, all right, what happened today? Who did you talk to today? How was the interaction? I'm working with an autistic boy right now, so I can look into that particular day, part of my day, and say, all right, he has learned so much.
Yeah.
And he has, and I think sometimes when I'm feeling a bit down, I go into that part of my day and I think about it and I say, well, this little boy has placed so much trust in me. When I met him initially, he's 6. When I met him initially, and I'll just use something really simple. Yeah, he wasn't able to wear a mask. You cannot put a hat on his head. You cannot put glasses on his face. And if you see me walking around with the baby's glasses on my face, it's because I want him to see that it's fine. That you can trust me that it's not gonna hurt you. And he has placed so much trust in me that whenever there's something new that his mother brings to me to say, all right, he doesn't usually do this. Can you try it and see how it works out for you? It's easier for me now because he knows that I'm not gonna short out on him and it's not completely, yeah man, you know where there's something. No, and it's a lot of patience to work with a child that has disabilities because he's not one to sit still, right? So when I'm ready and him just start bouncing off the roof and my poor back sometimes, I have to be catching him.
To our autistic kids.
Yes.
The World Autism Day was April 2nd.
Yeah.
So shout out to that. Peace and love.
But with this child, there's a lot of growth and it has taught me a lot. I didn't know I had that level of patience. I knew I had patience for children, you know, like God-given gifts.
Yeah.
But that level of patience took me back. That level of patience took me.
Has it affected any other area or improved any other area for your patience growing?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because now I don't get short out at other people. Yeah. I every day it's a work in progress for me to not get short fused with an adult. Yes. I have zero patience, zero tolerance. But I'm working on it with adults because I think you're able to fully understand. If you don't understand, you want to ask 1,000,001 questions, I'm repeating 1,000,001 times. I don't have a problem with that. But then you go and you be like, purposefully being disrespectful or purposefully doing something. And to me, it's learning that you do this as well. You might not see it because you're the one doing it. So, learning to be patient with other people, I'm learning to be patient with myself.
Yeah.
And appreciating the fact that somebody else was patient with me as an adult to teach me this over and over and over again.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Oh, we must say shout out to the caregivers of the autistic children. Must say shout out to them because it's a lot of work.
Listen. And for persons who have 4, 5, 6, 7, a classroom of them.
Yeah, the teachers of the special schools
are different. We each are different.
We commend you. We do commend you for the work
and
that
learning
you're
to
doing.
deal with the, I don't want to say tantrums.
So you have different learning styles for these children?
They do have different learning styles. This particular child that I'm working with, I don't think I've figured it out fully, his learning style, because I've done all of them with him, tactile, visual, audio, I've done them with him. And he grasped it fully. Like, if I go to him now and I say close the door, he understands what I'm saying. He understands you verbally well. He knows how to take your hand and carry it to the bathroom now, or to bring it to the food, the kitchen or the fridge. And if there is something specific that he wants, he's not gonna stop nudging your hand until you get to the specific thing.
Right.
He knows now that when I come, the stuff that we use for class is in my bag. So if he sees me talking and taking up too much of his class time, he's gonna take up my bag. And, he's tugging me.
Yes.
Or I'll see him go and he's struggling to lift up my bag. But he's getting the bag where he opens it and takes out the chow. Yes. For class. Yeah. But there's a lot in the physical things that I have to teach him is a little bit harder. He just learned to hop, and that was time consuming for me because I have to be lifting him up. Okay, I have to be hopping too, and then I have to hold his weight for him to learn to balance on his own. I know he's just hopping, and it gets me excited. It gets me so excited to see him accomplishing it. And when he does, I'm teaching him. You don't need candy or sweets or food or nothing to acknowledge your self-praise. High five. Nice. Double, left hand, right hand, double down, double up, double down, clap yourself. Clapping himself was a bit hard. He'll do the high fives. If I do 50 high fives with him, he'll do it. But when I get to clapping yourself part, he just freezes. I said, no, you need to acknowledge what you did. You did good. And I'm always speaking powerful into him. That's good. Even if it's just a minute thing. I'm telling you, you did a good job. What are you talking about? Did you not see that? Come on now.
Right?
You have to hype him up sometimes. What?
You let him.
Look at this. Yeah, so now he knows. And then there are times when he does something very small and then he just stops. And I said, yes. Wow. Sometimes I don't look at it. But he now acknowledges that I did something good. Clap. And that's to me rewarding for me. And I think that's what I love about teaching, to see that they can reward themselves or can acknowledge now that I did something good that's praiseworthy. And I don't need the teacher to do it, to say you did a good job.
Would we go back in the classroom?
I've been asked that question so many times. And it's always a yes and no for me. I want to genuinely 100% dedicate my life to children, but at the same time, it is so time consuming that if you leave it up to that, you don't have a life for yourself. Yeah. You have zero time for yourself. And I've said to persons, if I manage to get rich, scratch that.
Thank you.
I managed to get rich,
wealthy,
when I managed to get there, I would love to go back as a teacher's assistant. And people look at me like, you're losing your mind. You're going to get a degree for this? And I said, no. When you look at it, a teacher has no time for themselves. When I had to go to the bathroom, I had to be praying to Jesus that my children would sit down and wait for me to come back. Yeah. And then I took 2 minutes to go to the bathroom, use the bathroom, and come back. And Marky, the bathroom was not next to my classroom. God bless if I use the bathroom properly, but I know liquor come out, so that's good enough.
Can't hold me for lunch.
Yeah. And to come back and you have to mark the books, and I think people take it, they don't appreciate a teacher. And it's a little bit irritating when I hear people say, but I just pitney. Yes,
COVID did teach them a lesson. Yes.
COVID did teach
the homeschooling taught y'all a lesson.
That's true.
Teachers go through a lot. Big up to yourself, teacher Sam, and all the teachers in Jamaica are worldwide. Big up yourself.
You're doing excellent.
Sam, what is one thing you wish you knew before starting your career?
What's one thing I wish I knew before starting my career? That not everybody is as helpful as they present themselves to be.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is so perfect.
There was a point for me that I didn't know how to do it. I had challenges and I reached out and I reached out and I reached out and nobody said anything.
Wow.
So to me that was like the most disappointing part, because as far as I'm concerned, the genuine love that I have for a child, if somebody comes to me and say, hey, I'm not know for this, we're ready to tell them because this is for the child.
Right.
You don't get keep information.
Yeah, you don't get
Do it thinking that you're going to take their position or you're going to do better than them, and there's enough to go around.
The thing about it, if somebody does better than you, what is so wrong with learning from that person?
That is true. Especially if you're
What is so
younger,
wrong?
people always feel like
you're younger than
young women. Listen, so
I'm
many
shocked, and it's sad because of how I learned this. Is because of my current position, right? Shocking to see how self-centered adults can be.
They want
information that
praise.
they didn't even make up. They learned it
from somebody
else. What?
They learned it from somebody.
That's
but
crazy.
It's like to teach it to other people it's a big deal.
you don't want them to learn.
Because condescending at this time. So, why you don't get this? Look what I'm gonna teach you.
Yeah.
Calm it down.
Because you were in the same position at one time.
Right.
Or
And
they want to do it for you because they can now go and tell somebody, I'm a teacher right now.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how to do that.
Truth.
What is the problem?
What is the problem?
But for me, it has changed my mindset because I now stop to look at the persons and say, yo, I don't view this person the same way. I don't view this person the same way I used to, because I now realize that you're not as genuine as I thought you were.
Yeah.
So that to me was a turning point in my career when I realized that, hey, they're just putting on a face.
Right.
They're just
Lots of mask wearers outside.
Yeah, it's
Only for
annoying.
them. Yeah.
It's annoying, and it's if you allow yourself, it's easy to become angry and it's easy to become like that person. Yeah. Because nobody's willing to share that with you. Yeah. When somebody comes along and wants to learn, you're gonna say, nobody never teach me, so you better go find out by yourself.
Right.
So, the turning point and learning to balance it all to make sure that at the end of the day, you're still a good and genuine person. Like the genuine part of it is like a hot mess. Because people don't realize how disingenuine some persons can be. Here's a thing I love to do, correct myself.
My friend get upset with me when I correct him.
No, I love it.
We here with this.
No, because you're going to embarrass yourself if you don't correct me. What? I have to correct myself.
Well, since we're out here correcting each other, we're gonna move right into our game.
I think this is where this
wording is extremely hard.
Comes to a point.
Right? No, false. So we have couple things, right? So we have you pronounce the word, we have you define the word using the sentence, we have you relax yourself.
Oh my God.
We also have a tongue twister for you to
look
do
at my toes right now.
10 seconds without error. It's a fun moment. So Kim,
Now let's get into it. Okay, so I'm going to give you this one first. So I'm going to give you that one. You're going to try to pronounce the word, and then at the end you can flip it over. There's a sentence for context, and you give me the definition. So, friend.
No, wait.
No, not the sentence first. Do the word. Mm-hmm. And then the
Mythia. That last one of the word is Mythia, right? Stichomythia. Right? Am I saying it correct?
That's your final answer.
Listen to my...
give your final answer.
Stichomythia. All right, yeah, I'm just gonna go with that.
Well,
oh God, just play the repeat. You have to say it again. It's embarrassing. Oh, my heart.
Say the word.
Stichomythia.
Say it a little louder.
Stichomythia.
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 Okay.
So Stichomythia. So read the sentence
Stichomythia.
and try to tell us.
Big words. I'm learning a word today. The meaning says. Oh no, this is not a meaning. This is a sentence.
Yeah.
Carson has won many awards for her translation of Greek and Latin verse. This is a Greek word?
Sure.
Hold on. Say the word again. Can you play the word again?
Stichomythia.
Okay. And it is in what? And it is in the Stichomythia or single attempting lane.
Ireland.
Who wrote this? Okay, or single alternating lanes. Wow, that you can really see why. No, sir. Hold on, I can read this again. Let me read it in my head first and make it make sense. Carson has won many awards for her translation of Greek and Latin verse. And it is in the Stichomythia. No, what's the word?
Stichomythia.
Okay, Stichomythia or single alternating lanes. That you can really see why. Okay. Come, Laura Griffiths. What's the definition?
Dialogue in which two characters speak alternate lines of verse.
Like Shakespeare.
So what does that like Shakespeare though?
That's not point though. Right?
Alright. So
No, listen, guys, if you see me using this word on my Instagram, let me tell you, I like learning new words.
Me too.
And I have a friend that occasionally he will use a word in a sentence, and I was like, what are you saying? What does that word mean? Just give me a quick pause. Let me Google it.
Yeah.
And I will use that word in my head as much as possible until I think that it's gonna make sense in a sentence.
one day.
And then
my interview. Teach me a new word. And I just repeat. And then I did it in the interview and I was stunned for the rest because I was like,
you felt like, yeah,
you
can't tell me nothing.
right?
You can't tell me nothing.
Okay, so for this one,
Oh, there's another one.
there's another one. This is a tongue twister.
Oh,
so what
dear.
you're going to do is
I'm gonna read it in my head first.
you're going to read it out loud.
No.
No.
Wait.
So you read it out loud one time and then 3 times fast, 10 seconds without any mistakes.
Listen, all want me say bad words on or something.
Already. So just read it.
Sick, hicks, nick sick, slick bricks, and kicks. Slick bricks with kicks
Alright, hold on.
and sticks.
That's your first, I think? Alright, so I'm gonna start the timer.
Oh gosh,
10 seconds. Yes, 3 times fast, 10 seconds.
Wait a minute. All right, wait. Let me do my
Alright,
first attempt. Wait, I don't want to do my first attempt.
Alright, friend. So, so ready? I'm gonna start it. Or you want another time for run it slow?
Let me run it slow again.
Alright, go on.
Sick, hicks, nick sick, slick bricks with picks and sticks. What am I going with them, Samir?
Ready? So we're gonna start in 3, 2, 1, go.
Sick, hicks, nick sick, slick bricks with picks and sticks. Sick, hicks, nicks, sick, slick bricks with picks and sticks. Sick, hicks, nicks, sick, slick bricks with picks and sticks.
Oh, girl, that was 16 seconds.
Figure it out.
16 seconds.
I was like, oh, she don't stop the timer yet. So
No, make you finish your 3 attempts. That was good.
oh my god.
That was good. Mano, tongue twisters.
Bro, who came up with that one?
I did.
You just randomly made up something. It
No,
wasn't.
oh no, girl. This is all on the internet. All on the internet.
Stop, Kimberly, your nerd. Your word?
First of all,
First of all,
okay.
Wait, no, you got to sound it out.
May I go sound it out?
Sound it out, man.
Alright, so done. Is that the end? Boustrophedon. Okay, is it Boustrophedon?
Yeah, it sounds.
Boustrophedon.
Oh man, that sounds correct. That sounds correct.
Boustrophedon.
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 Is the
You have to put the oxidant. The oxidant at the
I
end.
read this. Okay.
Yes. So you read the sentence now to define the word.
Yes. It is noteworthy that the inscriptions, with the exception of the vowel, is vowel?
Bowl.
Okay. Brought from Babylon, are in relief and Boustrophedon.
Boustrophedon. You forgot the accent.
The inscriptions, with the exception of the vowel, brought from Babylon, are in relief and Boustrophedon. What type of garbage sentence?
So we don't know the meaning? That's fine.
That's pretty much what it
fine.
sounds that way.
Are you done? Okay.
Inscriptions, with the exception of the vowels and victims, brought from Babylon. So then they did the war and those are in relief. Storage? No? Okay.
An ancient writing system. Having alternate lines written in opposite directions.
You know, but it's just so nice. I read that a while ago.
Because I'm not the one on your end. Alright, we'll try next word.
More.
Is not that
Oh, wow. She have it up for you, my guy.
She don't even know. Ooh. Is this an I? Okay. Sick. Oh, sick. Banausic. That's my bad. Yes.
Banausic.
Hey!
Banausic.
He felt contempt for all Banausic occupations. He felt contempt.
Good.
Is it like
Is that adjective?
is an adjective? Okay. Banausic is an adjective?
Yes.
Okay. So he felt contempt for description. Like
Difficult?
what do you call it? What do you call it? He felt contempt for all Banausic occupations. So is it like what you call them people there? Like the garbage collectors and janitors? What you call them? Hold on. Not auxiliary, because that's not a definition. But like
I get what you mean. Yeah, they come in closer.
okay.
But I'll give you a half point.
Okay.
Ordinary. Yeah, ordinary occupations.
Okay. Awesome. Well, look at girl. Come through with the right word.
Talk to us about your most unrealistic goal. It would be unrealistic to others, but extremely realistic to you. Something that you can definitely attain. You're putting your mind to it. It's something that's going to happen. One or two of those goals for you, or dreams, I should say.
Honestly, I don't have any of those. And I'll say why. Before, my unrealistic goal was becoming a teacher. Mainly because other person, you know, the name thing and everything, and I don't think you're gonna do this or whatever. And then for me, it was modeling. And then for me, it was, you know, trying to do something for myself, which I have started on my page. I don't know, for the persons who don't know it, it's called Lily's Ink Pod. It's tagged in a few of my photos because that's where the writings are from. But anything that I personally have said to myself that I'm gonna do, I might not say it out loud to other people because I've gotten to realize that not everybody in your circle really wants you to be, you know, out there.
Yeah.
They'll put on the face to say, oh yeah, that's my friend, whatever. But deep within themselves, they're not really playing the part of your friend. So anything that I have set to myself or set a goal for myself, I don't say it to other people until I'm there. And it's not, some persons might look at it and say, oh, it's because if you fail, then nobody will know. No, because they're going to see you trying. They're just not going to know what you're trying for.
Right.
So I don't have any of those where it's unrealistic to me. No, it's going to take a little bit of time.
Yes.
Mark, I'm not going to sit there and say, oh, I want to be a Rihanna, or I want to be, one of those persons. But a comfortable lifestyle, really. Here's the most realistic goal. I think generally is out there: becoming financially stable. It's a very realistic thing, but as soon as you start thinking about it for yourself, it's so unrealistic. It's so hard to become financially secure because I have this to pay for, and as soon as you attain something else, that goal becomes a little bit harder. So, for example, if you want to go and buy a house, I can't afford a house right now because the house is expensive and government only give me this NHT, only give me this amount, and where am I going to get the rest from? But then you get the house. Guess what is unrealistic? Paying your mortgage.
Right, so there's always something.
There's always a thing, even if it's the smallest thing. But for me, I don't have any of those where I'm like, I think I can accomplish that, or this is not gonna happen for me. Once I see it and I say that's what I'm gonna do, it doesn't matter how long it's gonna take.
It'll be done.
Yeah.
Aldous Huxley, he says, experience is not what happens to a man, it is what a man does with it happens to him. Let's go that again. Experience is not what happens to a man, it is what a man does with what happens to him. So whatever situation, what you allow it to happen to you, how you respond to it is what you can get from that experience. That is how you make it a good or bad experience, because I've heard persons talk about negative stuff and the experience is rather positive. Talk to me, right?
It's not everything is so easy to take the positive from, but then you have to realize whatever lesson you learn from it. I'm always learning. If I don't learn anything else, any situation, I've learned patience in everything I have done. I've learned patience, not just patience with other people, but patience with yourself. And that, I think, patience with yourself helps you to achieve all those realistic goals. Because majority of the people, I think I can say this, my opinion, that majority of persons are harder on themselves than anybody else. So I will sit here and talk to Kim, and Kim say, oh, I saw a new chair and I think this chair would have been perfect for you, because you say you have this problem and whatever, this chair looks perfect. And then you say, yeah, the chair nice, in front of Kim. But then when Kim gone, we go look on the chair and I say, what you think I'll get money from? We don't even know work. We don't even know this. We don't even know that. And the little encouraging thing that somebody shares with you to help boost you to say, all right, you can do it. You can achieve it. I see you with this thing.
It's gone over your head.
You dash it away. You dash your own goal or praise or whatever it is. So I really like that phrase. I might steal it.
Sam.
Borrow it, I mean.
Sam, I love and appreciate it so much. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Right? This is the Unrealistic Box podcast, guys. And Sam, our darling friend, graced us with her presence.
One thing I'd like to do, though, before I go is actually mention Trish page properly, because I don't think I did a good job earlier.
Spell it out so people
so the decor page is trishm.decor. So it's TRISHM, M as in man, dot decor, DECOR, and her makeup page is Trish _ makeup _ Trish _ make _ up, and her decor page is trish.m.decor _ company. So I'll send them to you so you can have the spelling and everything.
Yeah.
Why am I saying I'm gonna send it to you like it's a visual?
No,
Oh my God.
Put it yeah.
So Sam, thank you so much for joining us, for sharing your inspiring story. We really do appreciate you and what you're doing for the autistic community. I must say that again. Laura, big up your friend 2 times.
Samantha, big up yourself 1 time.
Hey,
Big up yourself 2 times.
hey,
Big up yourself. Big up yourself. Big up yourself 2 times.
Thank you for tuning into the Unrealistic Box. I hope you were inspired and motivated to inspire and motivate someone else. Follow us on all social media platforms, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok at Follower Productions. Be kind, spread love, and remember, live your own journey.